Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A man who was supposed to be a positive influence on state-line children is accused of abusing kids. The charges facing a former educator and Boy Scout leader.
The state of Illinois no longer requires schools to enforce masks for their students. Governor Pritzker wants another set of eyes on the case.
Plus, we're bringing you an inside look at the NBA All-Star Game. Sports director Scott Leber is live in Cleveland. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. A former Rockford teacher and Boy Scout leader faces child sex charges.
56-year-old Richard Reynolds is accused of trying to entice a child to perform sexual acts. Reynolds has spent his career working with kids. For more than 2 decades, Richard Reynolds taught at Rockford Catholic schools. This is video of him from a 2018 event when he was a teacher at Cathedral of St. Peter's School. Reynolds was arrested this week, charged with grooming and disorderly conduct. The Catholic Diocese of Rockford confirms Reynolds taught at St. Pete's from 1998 to 2019. He then became a teacher at All Saints Catholic Academy, where he worked until last June. He was hired to teach at Holy Family in the fall, but never started because the school found out he was under investigation. The diocese tells us notices were sent to families at All Saints Academy and St. Pete's. They also notified Boylan families because some All Saints students went on to Boylan. The charges Reynolds faces are related to his involvement with the Boy Scouts of America. The Kane County State's Attorney says between September 2019 and March of last year, Reynolds used social media to send direct messages to someone under the age of 17. He allegedly asked the victim to perform sexual acts, record the acts, and share the photos with him. At the time, Reynolds was on the Black Hawk Area Council of the Boy Scouts and a co-director of Canyon Camp in Stockton. Prosecutors say Reynolds knew the victim through Reynolds' association with the Boy Scouts. Cedric Robinson, Scout Executive and CEO of the Black Hawk Area Council, calls the allegations against Richard Reynolds reprehensible and opposed to everything the Boy Scouts of America stands for. In a statement, Robinson says, "Upon learning of these allegations in August of 2021, we took immediate action to prohibit him from participation in scouting. His registration was revoked and he was added to the BSA's volunteer screening database, which precludes him from any future registration or participation in scouting." Kane County is handling the investigation because the victim received the messages at his home in Kane County. Reynolds was arrested Wednesday and has since bonded out. He's due back in court February 28th.
A Beloit man's found guilty of sex trafficking. One of his victims was just 16 years old. Corey Hereford was convicted on multiple charges. An investigation found the 50-year-old abused young women and a teenager who were addicted to drugs. He offered them heroin in exchange for commercial sex work and withheld drugs if the victims did not comply. Investigators say Hereford worked with a second suspect, Tanyel Partee of Janesville, to recruit women. Partee pled guilty over the summer. Hereford is set to be sentenced May 12th. He could spend the rest of his life behind bars.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is fighting a losing battle to keep masking rules in place inside schools. 2 weeks ago, a downstate judge overrode Governor Pritzker's mask mandate in dozens of school districts.
The state appealed, but by denying that appeal overnight, an appellate court effectively made masks optional. Alyssa Donovan has more.
The Illinois 4th District Appellate Court dismissed Governor Pritzker's appeal late Thursday night, calling it moot. In rejecting the appeal, the court says the language in the temporary restraining order in no way restrains school districts from acting independently from the executive orders or IDPH in creating provisions addressing COVID-19. Thus, it does not appear school districts are temporarily restrained from acting by the court's TRO. None of the rules found by the circuit court to be null and void are currently in effect. Accordingly, for the following reasons, we dismiss defendant's appeal because the expiration of the emergency rules renders this appeal moot. The ruling could not come soon enough for schools across the state. On February 4th, a Sangamon County judge ruled to place a temporary restraining order on the governor's mask mandate, launching schools into chaos. Many districts choosing to make masks optional, while others waited for the decision by the appellate court. This led to protests and heated school board meetings. Attorney Tom DeVore, who represents the nearly 700 families challenging the mask mandate, encouraged people to protest.
And all they needed was a little bit of encouragement from the court to show that they do in fact have rights in need of protection. And once they were convinced that was true, the people across the whole state kind of took control for themselves and started demanding accountability from their local districts.
That was Alyssa Donovan reporting. Governor J.B. Pritzker requested the state Supreme Court review the decision. With the spring election on the horizon, voters should expect some changes. Illinois' recent redistricting process and a loss of a congressional seat changed voting boundaries. Rockford's League of Women Voters wants to break down the new maps and clear up confusion. The Who Represents Me Now webinar will take place Sunday afternoon. Organizers want voters to have as much information as possible to head to the polls with confidence.
Not voting is not a protest. Not voting is surrendering your voice. So it's important whether you're in the majority Orange Party or in the minority Brown Party, it doesn't make any difference. It is really important for you to vote.
You can find a link to the webinar using the My State Line app. It starts at 2 Sunday afternoon. Fred VanVleet and the NBA All-Stars have arrived in Cleveland for All-Star Weekend. That game will be played Sunday night.
Scott Leber joins us live from Cleveland, where the All-Star festivities are already beginning. Scott, how's it going?
Yeah, that's right, guys. I'm live at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland, the home of the Cavaliers. But this weekend, it's the home of the NBA All-Stars. The All-Star game will be played right here Sunday night. Tomorrow night, it's the dunk contest, the three-point shootout, and the skills challenge. And tonight, about 2 hours from now, we'll have the Rising Stars Classic. That game features the top rookies and top second-year players in the NBA. As for Fred VanVleet and the other All-Stars, well, they'll hold their first practice here in town at another arena tomorrow afternoon, just a few blocks from here. Fred will also hold his first All-Star press conference here in town tomorrow. Fred had said previously, well, he finished 7th in the fan voting for the All-Star game. He got in because the coaches picked him as one of the reserves. And Fred said previously, that's what makes this All-Star honor so sweet for him, is knowing that he has the respect of the coaches.
I never sought out to be a fan favorite. I certainly respect and admire the passion, and obviously the fans are a huge part of what we do in this business. But you know, I always sought out to be respected by my peers first and foremost, and you know, the coaches right after that. So that one would have stung a little bit, you know, considering the season that I've had, if they wouldn't have picked me. But I could have lived with that, you know, that decision. So it definitely means a little bit more coming from them.
Fred is only the 4th undrafted player in NBA history to be selected to play in the All-Star game. Pretty amazing, huh? I'll be back with more in sports in just a little bit. For now, guys, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, we'll see you in a bit, Scott. Thanks.
Local students put their talents to the test.
After the break, winners of a contest at Rock Valley College will advance to a state competition.
And temperatures were pretty close to average, but they felt nothing like that with all the wind we've been dealing with. After a little bit, I'll tell you when that wind will die down.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Rock Valley College hosts some of the area's best and brightest in competition.
It's part of the 2022 Academic Challenge. High school students from Auburn, Byron, Durand, Hononegah, Pecatonica, Stillman Valley, and Winnebago took part. The students take exams in everything from chemistry to English. Rock Valley staff say it's exciting to see the caliber of students being produced in the state line.
We get a good chance to introduce them to Rock Valley College as well as perhaps their next level of education, and it's amazing to see the education that they've been given in the local area high schools. These are great kids, and they all score well.
Winners advance to sectionals at Northern Illinois University. A local museum takes time to celebrate Black History Month.
The Discovery Center Museum's focusing on the contributions of historic figures and local residents. All month, kids can take part in a scavenger hunt using clues to find information about famous scientists and innovators. There's also art projects inspired by Black artists. Today and Saturday, local achievers will do hands-on activities with the kids.
Exposure is really important for kids of all ages to see folks who look like them, folks who are in their community, and get a better understanding that, you know, you can do anything you want to do, you can achieve anything you want to achieve, you just got to work at it, and they can certainly do it.
Coming up at 6, we'll hear from a Rockford police officer who took time today to interact with the kids.
Despite the constant chill in the air, we finally saw some extended sunshine today.
Coming up, Jordan Wolf will let us know if the sun will stick around or if we'll see some snow over the weekend.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Well, it's still quite breezy outside. We're still seeing the southwest wind right around 20 to 30 miles per hour. Those were peaking right around 30, especially up in Monroe. Those wind gusts still out there right around 30 to 35, close to 40 in Monroe earlier this afternoon as well. So definitely some blustery conditions out there here this afternoon. And because of that, the National Weather Service has issued wind advisories here in TAN. That's for the northern part of the viewing area with those blustery conditions, and winter weather advisories to the south because of the blowing fresh snow that they just got yesterday. So with that blowing snow, they issued that winter weather advisory. Those both last through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. We're still seeing some pretty calm conditions otherwise than the breeze that we're dealing with here on Mercy Health SkyTrack camera in downtown Rockford. A cold front is approaching, though, that could bring us some snow showers here in the next few hours. That cold front is just off to the north and the west. Temperatures still very warm behind that, actually in the 30s. Didn't feel like the 30s with all that wind, but we are still seeing that warmer conditions. Here's those snow showers picking up on radar right now, just entering northwest Illinois. A slightly heavier band of those behind those and that cold front. They'll be passing through over the next couple of hours. We zoom in on those. We see those just beginning to enter the viewing area in Joe Davies County over there in northwestern Illinois. So over the next few hours, we see those begin to push in. We check out futurecasts. We really see those begin to work their way in over the next couple of hours. This slightly heavier band of showers could bring us some quick drops in visibility for a short period of time, and right around a half an inch to an inch of snow in a very short period of time as well. These are called snow squalls. These will be very quick moving, but could bring us a quick burst of snow in the next few hours with that passage of that cold front. Most of those will be pretty well moved out by the later part of the evening, right around 8 or 9 o'clock or so. We get a lot of clearing behind that and very sunny conditions into the day tomorrow. Only getting back up into the 20s, however. A little bit of cloud cover for the overnight into Sunday morning as well. We check out that tonight. Temperatures down to 6 degrees behind that cold front with those snow showers early on in the day. Those winds will die down just a little bit, but not really that much. Wind chills still be right around below zero, well below zero for the early part of tomorrow morning, down near -20 for some locations. Tomorrow, getting back up just a little bit into the teens there, so definitely some improving conditions. Those wind gusts through the rest of tonight, those will switch from the northwest behind that cold front. We still see those really picking up into the day tomorrow. We'll drop off just a little bit for the middle part of the day, but then as we push on into Sunday, that pressure gradient really increases again. Wind gusts pick up once again into the day on Sunday as well before they die down Sunday night. So tomorrow, temperatures 23 degrees, really chilly for this time of year, but a little right around that. Next system that sets up, we could see some wintry mix Monday into Tuesday, so something to keep an eye on as we push on into the rest of the week. Behind the work week, much colder temperatures. Climate Prediction Center is forecasted below average temperatures in the next 6 to 10 days. We check out our 7-day forecast, near 50 for Sunday with that windy conditions. A chance for mix with that system Monday and Tuesday. Really cold temperatures into the rest of the weekend, and another chance for some snow showers there on Thursday.
If you can deal with the wind, actually Sunday looks like it's going to be a great day.
Yeah, let's hope so.
All right, thanks, Jordan.
David Greenberg's in next to talk sports. The NBA All-Star Weekend kicks off tonight.
Scott Leber joins us live from Cleveland with a preview to discuss Fred VanVleet as well as the Chicago Bulls' rising star.
Now sports with David Greenberg.
The first half of the NBA season wrapped up last night. LeBron, Giannis, Steph, DeMar DeRozan, they'll all be there, and so will Rockford's own Fred VanVleet. As you saw earlier in the broadcast, Scott Leber's in Cleveland. He rejoins us now. Scott, what can you tell us? Well, I'm at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse here. This is the home of the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it's where King LeBron James reigned for so many years with the Cavs. It's a homecoming for him as he comes back for this All-Star event. LeBron is one of the captains for the All-Star game. The other one is Kevin Durant, and it was LeBron James who a week ago drafted Fred VanVleet to play on his team for this All-Star game. So that's a pretty cool honor for Fred. Also on the team, LeBron, you got Giannis, you've got Steph, you got Jimmy Butler, DeMar DeRozan. I mean, it's a loaded roster. VanVleet, pretty special, huh, for him to be here. He never doubted his abilities, always bet on himself. But in a recent press conference, he admitted he was holding his breath a bit coming out of college when he went undrafted.
Training camp as an undrafted rookie, staying over there in the Rosemont and just literally, you know, being on my knees praying before I went to bed to make the team. You know what I mean? Like every night, you know what I'm saying? Just pouring out everything I got during practice and workouts and things like that, and just praying that somebody would see that. I've always believed in myself, but, you know, I've never had someone else believe in me like this.
And now as an All-Star, Fred's going to get another ring, and this one will have 22 diamonds and stars on it because it's the year 2022. So he's going to have that ring to go with his NBA championship ring. Now coming up here in a couple hours, it's the Rising Stars Classic. Top rookies, top second-year players in the NBA will be involved in that. I was at their practice this morning here, which resembled more of a shoot-around. LaMelo Ball, Cade Cunningham, and Ayo Dosunmu, some of the competitors in that. Dosunmu, having a great year for the Bulls, is very deserving of this honor.
I mean, it's good to be recognized, but also understand that there's more work to do. This is just a stop and a stepping stone. Thankful, but I also understand that there's more work to be done. Still have that chip on my shoulder.
So the Bulls will be very well represented here this weekend. Coming up tonight at 9 and 10, we'll look ahead to what competition Fred will be up against in the three-point contest here tomorrow night. For now, David, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Scott. Really appreciate all that great coverage. Thanks a lot. Well, coming up tonight at 11 p.m. on Fox 39, there's a lot of stuff going on in the NBA, but also have some high school postseason action to show you at 11 p.m. on Fox 39. Scott's going to be in Cleveland, obviously, but we'll talk to him later as well. That's it for sports, so we'll be right back.
Jordan's back now. Boy, we had a breezy day. It was so windy out there. Now we've got some snow headed our way.
Right, yeah, no, it was very windy today. We had wind gusts right around 30 to 40, even 45 miles an hour. Now we have that cold front approaching that'll switch our winds, but keep those wind gusts through the overnight hours. The snow showers beginning to be picked up there on our First One interactive radar from Rockford Auto Glass. With that cold front that'll be passing through the overnight, the next couple of hours, that cold front drops our temperatures all the way down to single digits for the overnight tonight. Back up into the 20s for the day tomorrow, though. Then we get a little bit warmer, all the way up near 50 for Sunday. That sets up a potent storm system that could bring us some wintry mix, maybe some ice accumulation possible there Monday and Tuesday. We're looking quite colder back into the back half of the week. 25, 25, and 23 heading into next weekend with another chance of showers on Thursday.
It's nice to see a 7-day with no single digits, at least for now.
There you go.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks for watching.
Stay safe.